The team partners with you through each stage of life to help you set and reach your financial goals. To learn more about the Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group at Janney, be sure to check out their website at www.lhwag.com. Laurel Highlands Wealth Advisory Group of Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member FINRA, NYSE, SIPC. And it's 3:15 on this Monday afternoon and time for Raising the Region with Fay-Penn. And we have Misty here with us today. How are you doing, Misty?
Really good, thank you. How are you, TJ?
Doing well, and you have a couple special guests with you today.
We do. We are lucky enough to have Crystal Simmons with the Uniontown Redevelopment Authority and Joe Neubauer with Neubauer Flowers, et cetera, et cetera. We are not talking about flowers today, unfortunately. I mean, we can if we have time, but we are going to focus today on the Uniontown Downtown Business District and what they are doing here in Fayette County and Uniontown, and how great this program is and the great things that they're doing. So, hi, Crystal. Are you online too?
Yes, I am. Hi, how are you all doing?
Oh, very good, very good. Thank you, Crystal.
Good to hear you, Crystal. We're on the radio today, though.
Yeah, rock and roll.
So I thought maybe we could start with Crystal and Joey, you introducing yourself, telling us a little bit about yourselves, what you do, what you like, all that good stuff.
Okay, go ahead, Crystal. You start first because you got more titles than I do.
My name's Crystal Simmons. I'm the Executive Director of the Redevelopment Authority for the City of Uniontown, and a couple years ago, the Uniontown Downtown Business District Authority appointed me to acting director of the district board. I've worked in local government for the past 15 years or so. I just recently finished my master's program in planning and community development, and over this past 2 years working with Uniontown, I've been really excited to kind of put that knowledge to use and, focus on the important things for the businesses here in Uniontown.
And my name is Joey Neubauer. Yes, it sounds exactly like Neubauer's Flowers. I've been in my 21st year working full-time since I got out of high school, did a semester of college here at our family's flower shop here in downtown Uniontown. I am also, in addition, I've been the chairman of the Uniontown Downtown Business District Authority the last couple years. I actually am also the chairman of the Program Development Committee for our county's 4-H. I am also a member of the Farmers Foundation of Fayette County, that they're getting another startup going through in addition to having our business. Very excited about this area. It's home for me, even though it feels like it's Florida outside right now.
Yes.
I get all 4 seasons. I'm very interested in trying to get the city of Uniontown in our area further advanced and continue to develop and get some growth growing in this area. It's kind of why I'm involved in the different areas that I am involved with. Learning a little bit more about it. I feel like I get an email every other day, which is it's just good because that's how you can understand it, in my opinion. But that's just a few of the things that I do in addition to some of the other things. We also do the Christmas event downtown as well, Christmas in the Square, and that's part of the DBDA as well.
So what I'm hearing is you are both very, very busy. So thank you very much for taking some time today, because I'm sure it probably took a bit to rearrange your schedule, so we appreciate that. So Crystal, we'll start with you. Today's focus really is on the Uniontown Downtown Business District Authority, but I thought maybe if you wanted to spend a minute or two and talk about the Redevelopment Authority and what you do there, and then we'll spend the rest of the time focusing on the business district.
That'll be great. Thanks, Misty. I think oftentimes because I'm involved in both of them, sometimes they kind of get crisscrossed. So this will kind of help with the differentiation. So the Redevelopment Authority, is a 5-member board incorporated by the City of Uniontown. Its primary focus is blight remediation and different development. In Uniontown, the Redevelopment Authority really serves as kind of the leading kind of economic development, not agency, but the the cheerleader of economic development in the city of Uniontown, just specifically for that municipal border. And some of the things we've been focused on recently is really lending an administrative arm to the city of Uniontown, where sometimes authorities may not be directly involved in some of these different planning efforts with the city and its need and gap in coverage. The Redevelopment Authority has been able to do that for them. That includes the comprehensive plan. The last plan was done in 2002, and the Redevelopment Authority, on behalf of and working with the city, has been able to get that comprehensive plan ready for adoption. And also, a strategic management planning program grant was submitted for the city of Uniontown. This grant would oversee the financial revenue expenditures of the city and make recommendations on how those could be increased and decreased, as well as technology review to be sure all the tools that the city needs are in place, and an organizational review to take a look at the jobs and if there's any gap in coverage that could be handled. So those are two of the biggest things that are part of our cooperation agreement with the city of Uniontown. Those are exhibits that we handle on behalf of the city of Uniontown, as well as some different work through the new iWork program, code enforcement administered through the Community Development Block Grant program, and other recreation programs. The main work done is the Community Development Block Grant program, and that is a lot with recreational and the biggest difference than the district is the housing rehabilitation. So we have a housing rehabilitation program through our UREP program. We, by meaning Natasha Balazic, program manager of our office, packages USDA applications for housing rehab. And we also have a grant for targeted blight remediation that we use in conjunction with CDBG to handle a lot of that blight. So kind of in a nutshell, that's kind of how the Redevelopment Authority operates: more residential, more comprehensive planning. So we'll shift to the Uniontown Downtown Business District Authority. This authority is a municipal authority, also incorporated by the city of Uniontown. It's been in place and was extremely active years back. Like a lot of things at the city, there was just this time when everything was bustling, and not only the city, every other smaller area around us. We're not the only ones who, have been kind of stagnant. And it's exciting because I think we're to that point now where we can grow some. And the district is one of those areas that grew. And the reason it did is we have a 7-member board of active, fresh, youthful business owners that are ready to speak up and give some guidance on what we need to do and participate and work with myself to put these things in place. That's the district. And this district, as we call it, is the Central Business District. So there's a designated area of downtown. That's the Central Business District. One of the biggest initiatives of the downtown business district is to focus on that Central Business District. That's one of the largest things. The business committee that was incorporated, it kicked off on July 17th. We have our next business committee meeting on August 14th. We're actively soliciting letters of interest to serve on that business committee. This is going to help us guide and develop what we're calling a business improvement district. It's kind of mirrored to York City. They have a very nice business improvement district. This would put something in place, this committee in place, to assist the businesses, whether it be flower pots along the street or power washing in some areas, or being a voice on behalf of the businesses, and even down to the administrative side of businesses, providing business support, assisting businesses with their business license and local license. So I'll go on forever, but that's in a nutshell kind of where we're at with the district.
Perfect. And we'll touch again towards the end about the next meeting and the letters of interest and how they can get those to you. So,
Great.
Joey, can you tell us a little bit about how you became involved in the district?
I got involved in the district. I was just ready to see the city. It was teetering on the edge of taking that next step, and I think it's begun that. And it's it's always been, I've always been the one. It's been kind of always after the growth. Don't go backwards. And it's interesting to me in the way we're trying to find to get more people to come downtown, open store fronts, have other businesses with us. So that's kind of what got me involved early on about it, because I just feel like it's the potential's there. It's not one of those things where like you pit where you just keep putting it in, or you're planting flowers or plants in bad dirt and wondering why there's nothing. I think it's on the right track. That's, like I said, we've worked a couple years now on it where we're trying to install some of these other programs. We've written some new grants this year. I've gotten some good information from other business owners that might not be able to attend our regular meeting. They've voiced some different opinions on things that we need to do. Are we missing something that has slipped through the cracks, or what, how we're looking at it. Just going around and just hearing what people have to say.
Sure.
I have a list, that speaks out pretty vividly in my mind of what people have spoken about there. And I mean, there's always like 3 to 5 things that come directly to the top. And so I'm like, okay, that's a very good place to start then, because if everybody's saying that, and that's where we need to begin. We have taken those steps, combining with helping with the redevelopment of the city, and we're trying to get a cooperation agreement. We've put some drafts together and been working through some other steps, trying to get the city to come on board, because at the end of the day, while all these entities could go their separate ways, it's going to be a lot harder if we don't all work together.
Sure.
So we're in that process. We have that cooperation agreement we're trying to get done. We've submitted a couple with some sponsorship help from some of our local representatives in regards to getting a couple of these other bigger projects underway, or trying to find a way to begin to get them done. And just amongst that, I'm learning all about it every day. So that's what keeps me going, actually. So with all of it, because I see the light at the end of the tunnel getting a little bit closer. So
Sure. Well, I always believe that Fayette County and Uniontown, and specifically, they have so much potential. So it's exciting to see someone trying to develop that and really moving that needle. So it sounds like you have a great mission, and it's exciting, and I hope that everyone wants to be involved. So let's talk about the Central Business District, because, we talked about Uniontown Business District Authority, but the Central Business District is a certain area in downtown, correct?
Correct.
So Crystal, Joey, do one of you want to talk about what areas that Central Business District covers?
You had the map out, Crystal. You want to start with that, and then I can play off of what we're trying to do with it.
I might have the map. Let me look.
So
I have the bylaws of the authority as well. This district was put in place quite some time ago, and it was modified not too long ago to identify the areas that are covered. So if you're looking, if you're familiar where the historic business district is, it's a smaller area in the historic district. Kind of describing exactly where it's at, Joey, you might have a better idea to streets and things like that.
Yeah, it goes from the one map that, because like I said, we have the widened out at corridor 2, but it kind of goes around. It covers Main Street, Gallatin Avenue, that corridor part of South goes out towards Five Corners, like on that very end right before there. And then it comes coming back. If you're on the east end of town, it basically comes right down, nestled right around Marshall Park area. That's kind of where the historical, that's the original outline of the central business district. But we have, in an effort to get more people involved, we have in the past, we have widened our boundaries a little bit to be able to get some additional help, some people that wanted to be involved and be able to make sure that we were following proper protocol to have that happen. But that's the central business district. That's basically the general area as to where it is located.
Perfect.
And you might have mentioned it. It's all the way out to the end of Beeson. That was the last changes. And one thing that the district is really pushing right now is, yes, we want to help the Central Business District. It's where our Main Street Matters program will come into play, and I'll share a little bit more about that. But we also want to help all the businesses in Uniontown. And while some of that designated area is going to have specific focus on the business improvement district and have other things in place, we want to include those businesses outside of that district as well. We want to be a resource for them. We want to create a website and welcome packets, and if they need something, that that we're the ones to call and we can assist them. I mentioned the Main Street Matters grant. At the end of the month, we'll submit our second go at the Main Street Matters program. This would fund a condition assessment on the downtown area, would position the Uniontown Downtown Business District to be a designated Main Street program, like it once was. And we certainly could do it again. So we hope that goes through. We've gotten really great support from all of our legislators. And if we're, able to go that route, it's going to give us some operations dollars, which the district and the authority, the redevelopment authority and the downtown business district, they both are in need of operations dollars to make all these great things happen.
Sure. And Crystal, do you want to maybe continue on that Main Street Matters program and tell us why is that so important? Maybe explain a little bit more of what that would help do, and really what the focus of that project would be.
So the most important part of applying for Main Street Matters is the next steps. So once you make this application and you request to be a Main Street program, there's other funding that it kind of opens up. Like you can get facade improvement grants or some infrastructure grants, and it makes you officially that designated Main Street, and it also strengthens the downtown business district in terms of having their operational budget and able to provide the resources. But this particular phase, this first submission, would be that condition assessment that is really going to improve the overall quality of the residents, and that designation will really foster the community engagement and promotes tourism. That downtown condition assessment is really just the insights that we need to know what our current state of the infrastructure is, the public spaces, and just the overall environment of the downtown area.
And what can we do in terms of residents or business owners here in Uniontown? What can we do to help move that forward?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. There's the Uniontown Downtown Business District Authority has a Facebook page, and it's getting a little bit more active. We've just recently launched a Meet the Board Members initiative. So scroll through, meet all of our board members, and on that page is a business assessment. This is just a preliminary business assessment. The consultant will conduct a thorough condition assessment, but this would be the first step in hearing from businesses. You select that link and answer those questions as a business, as a person interested in business, or you can simply email comments to info@uniontownredevelopment.com. all of that would be used to help guide the new business committee and prepare the district of where are things that businesses need assistance with, rather than just going all rogue and saying businesses need this. We actually want to hear from the businesses, and we've had great reception so far.
I concur. I was going to say, show up, have your voices heard. That's why we're starting to conduct these meetings again, to let people know we're there. You're trying to get some more feedback. I was tickled to death with the first turnout, so I'm hoping that we're able to get a little bit more individuals involved from that. Now it sounded like a couple more people might be attending the next one, so that's how I see it. You have to, our board they're all volunteers. So everybody's donating their time, their efforts. We're trying to get everything, make it easier for everybody. Want people to get involved.
Sure.
And I'm hoping with what we're beginning with this process that's going to bear some fruit for us.
And that's the next meeting is August 14th, correct?
August 14th, at the same location that we had our one in July. That is we will meet at Story Square for the concert, when the concert begins, and then we'll walk over to the Union Trust building, and that is where we're going to have our next meeting there. It'll be at 6 o'clock on August the 14th.
And who all is invited? I'm sorry, Crystal.
I thought and actually this answers that question. I thought I'd add, we've had involvement from the Fayette County Chamber. They've attended, and I believe will continue to attend, which is great to have them with us. So we're not necessarily duplicating efforts, but we're kind of supporting one another. So that's really, really awesome that they could be involved. We invite all business owners. If you own a business in Uniontown, we invite you. Some of the folks that will come back are some businesses that are in downtown, and really anyone who has interest or knowledge of the downtown operations of businesses is welcome.
And do they need to sign up, or can they just show?
On the business assessment tool, you can actually register for the event. You would indicate, yes, I'm going to attend, but it's not required. Anyone can show up, but that does give us an idea. If you're interested in attending, go fill out the go fill out the assessment too, and that'll let you register for whichever event is most recent. That date changes. If after the 14th, it'll be set for our next month, and it just kind of helps us keep a running total of who attends.
And could you repeat that Facebook page just in case listeners missed it, where that business assessment is?
Uniontown Downtown Business District Authority.
Perfect.
And we have a web page too. It's not quite the like I said, we're looking for operations funding, but we're making do with a web page from our kind of partnering entity, the Redevelopment Authority, and using one of their web pages. So it would be uniontownredevelopment.com/business district. That has, we try to keep that as updated as possible. That has information about where you apply and all that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, she took the words right out of my mouth. That's a way. And if you want to show up to one of these meetings and then you also you're having difficulty finding the form, we can guide you from there as well. So
perfect. So we've got about 5 more minutes. And there's like a million things we could talk about, right? So let's focus back again on, if we want to make Uniontown more vibrant and really a hub for economic growth, what can we do? Do you accept donations? Do you need volunteers? How can we move the needle for you?
Oh, all the above. All the above.
Yeah.
I would say we're in a lot of need of some additional volunteer help, especially on some of these other panels, the business committee, getting a little bit more organization going there. We go through, we're trying to apply, trying to get all the hit at the big items, and some of these other little projects, while they could go as well, we just need a little bit more help with that. Donations, we're going to have a event that we're going to be seeking sponsorships for a Christmas event. It will be coming out very soon. That helps us try to. We don't do a lot of fundraising, but it's a way for it to help us keep what we can going currently. And that's that was a loaded question, Crystal. There was a lot of help we could be getting there. So that's what I would say are our biggest items. Is we just need more people that want to say, hey, listen, like, we need a little bit of help here on Beeson. There's some, we have a little park here that's overgrown, or somebody to help, a couple people to help coordinate that. We're in a position, we want the growth, so we want to see it happen. So we're not really in like, well, it's not how you're going to do it. So if you want to help, just tell me how you want to help, that kind of thing. So
when you mentioned, Joey, the Christmas in the Square, and this call is kind of geared towards the business development, but Christmas in the Square is a wonderful event that really helps the downtown business district year round. Those sponsors who's come in to assist with us putting that event on, really any revenue or sponsorships that are part of Christmas in the Square helps the Square all year long. So those sponsorships, which, like Joey said, the letters will be going out soon to request any folks that are able to help us put on that event, will be coming out soon. So I think that's a really great way for right now to keep helping the Square.
Terrific.
Yeah, that's kind of keeps us going for the year. We're not out, doing some of these other fundraisers. Like I said, everybody's volunteering, so it's kind of when everybody's able to help. Our board, there's a couple people working on a couple different projects currently, and then as we get moving along, I feel like we got an opportunity here to let it get it going, and it's trying to keep the ball rolling up over the outside of the other end of the hill. So, and I think once we get there, we'll be in a good position to get going. So.
Well, it's amazing all of the hard work you both are putting in, and the rest of the volunteers. Is there anything else you'd like to share or cover in the next, minute and 30 seconds or so that we missed or that I forgot to ask?
I think we just want to thank you, Misty, and Fay-Penn for having us come on and be involved. And
absolutely,
we look forward to working with you, Joey.
Absolutely, yeah, we look forward to working as well. It was nice to see that there's people paying attention. So that makes us feel better that that our actions are being heard, and really like to just keep everything going. I'm trying to show that there is activity on us, so I'm looking forward. We don't find out for a little bit yet that we were able to start a couple of these projects that you'll notice in the Central Business District.
Perfect. Well, thank you. We are so glad of the work that you're doing. Again, if you are interested, August 14th is the next meeting. Make sure you send your letters of interest to Crystal or Joey if you would like to be a part of that. Remember to follow them on Facebook. And again, if there's anything that you need, I'm sure that if you call Crystal or Joey, they'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you on behalf of Fay-Penn. We're so glad to work with you, and thank you, TJ, for having us. Again, we really appreciate it.
You're welcome, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yes. Well, maybe not me, but someone will.
Someone will be.
Thank you, TJ.
You're welcome. And that was Raising the Region with Fay-Penn here on this Monday on WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.